everyone, and welcome to this live broadcast on Facebook Live, where we go over a brand new product that Stahls has just launched known as Hi-Vis Color Reflect. So the definition of the product is pretty much in the name, pretty self-explanatory. It is a reflective heat transfer vinyl that has color added to it. So if you're familiar with our Fashion Reflect that we had in the past, it's a little bit similar to that, but it's definitely going to be a lot more production friendly. It's very easy to cut and weed. It has a nice tacky backing, so we're able to get very fine detail. And what's nice about these colors is they're very bright and they have a lot of retro reflectivity, and that they dyed what is the 3M 5807 product and created color with it. So you can see some of the rolls I'm seeing that we have here. We launched 9 new colors. Those colors are pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, navy, purple, and black. And you can see a variety of those here. One of my favorites is the blue, and then of course the navy as well. So the navy is a muted color, so you'll notice that, and you probably can't really tell because of how the lights are hitting this, but if you see it in person, the colors are actually a little bit muted because they're taking on the gray reflective heat transfer vinyl that the color is being dyed onto. So they have a little bit of a muted color, but as soon as the light hits them, they shine very bright. So that's exactly what you're seeing with our studio lights hitting these, a very bright and vibrant color. Now, whenever a camera light or a flashlight or car lights hit this, it's actually going to show a bright white or silver like any other reflective heat transfer vinyl would. All right, so this is something that we just launched. It's brand new, so you can check it out on our website under our CAD Cut Heat Transfer Vinyl tab. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you my screen today. We are having some technical difficulties there, but if you do go to the website, it's the first tab on the left-hand side that says CAD Cut Material, Vinyl, and Twill. So that drop-down menu will pop up and our Hi-Vis Color Reflect product will be there. All right, so just some things to talk about, because we offer so many different reflective heat transfer vinyls. And before we get into our application at the heat press, I just kind of want to go over some things and what to use when, because we offer so many heat transfer vinyls out there, and now we offer 3 reflective heat transfer vinyls. One of those being our very popular 3M Scotchlite 5807, which is very similar to this product, just completely silver. And it is the ANSI certified product that we offer. So that's going to be best for your safety regulated markets, such as your municipalities or any road workers where people need that reflectivity on there to stay safe in low lit situations. Then we also offer our Reflective 2. Our Reflective 2 is about 40% less, so it's a nice low price point so that you're able to do a lot of fashion wear such as running gear or streetwear. A lot of people are incorporating reflective in that market as well. Right, so it has a nice low price point, very economy friendly. And then also our newly added Hi-Vis Reflective. So this is going to be for branding. You can use this for corporate, you can use it for fashion wear, and of course athletic wear. So that's what we're seeing trending. And we have a statistic after doing some research that our the reflective material in apparel decoration, or just in retail in general, any type of reflective going on apparel, is forecasted to grow over 5% in the next 3 to 5 years. So that is kind of like a thing to get you to really start using this in your apparel if you're not already. So it has a 300 candle light power, which is very bright and vibrant whenever it's hit with light. As you can see just from the studio lights reflecting a little bit of light on there, how brightly they're shining. So whenever you see this in person and you see how muted the colors actually are, you're just going to be wowed by how the light really hits it and how bright it shows. All right, so some of the big name brands out there that are using this product are Adidas, New Balance, Nike, Puma, Under Armour, and many more. So we always say here at Stahls TV and any of our educational seminars or webinars that we do, that we want to replicate or do a little bit of what retail is already offering, because when our customers are shopping and then they come to you to have you create custom apparel for them or personalization, they want what they're seeing in retail. So if they're seeing big name brands offer this product, that means they want their apparel decorator to be able to offer the same. And it goes from fashion wear all the way to sportswear or athletic wear. And it's going to be very popular because we're seeing an increase in popularity for night activities where they're actually going to need reflective, or early morning. Anytime there's a low light situation where they're either running or biking or anything like that. So those are some of the athletic wear opportunities that you have when using Hi-Vis Color Reflective. Another great point is you can also use this for your road workers too. So reflective during the day doesn't really show very brightly on those bright yellow colors that they're wearing to be seen during the day. And then when they're at night, they see the reflective. But whenever they're printing on those bright yellow colors for during the day, they can't really read the logo or the reflective that's there. So if you're customizing any of that, you kind of want to use some of the color in the color reflective so that it will show during the day and then also at night. Now, of course, you want it ANSI certified, which our Hi-Vis Color Reflect is not. So you'll want to make sure that you have an ANSI certified piece of apparel that you will be putting this onto, just so that you meet those regulations for our road workers or municipalities to wear. All right, so we can go ahead over to the press and I'll show you some of the points that you want to hit whenever you are decorating reflective. So the point is for your apparel to have reflectivity on it so that the person that's wearing it can be seen. So some of the areas that you would want to print are the arms, the chest, the back, and the legs of the piece of apparel that you're decorating. So if it's leggings, you really want to get like their calf area and things like that, because whenever they're moving at night, those are the spots that are going to be seen. So you want to almost hit every joint area really, so that whenever the light hits them and that reflects, they'll easily be seen. So I'll show you how easily this can be created. And I will use my 11 by 15 that's on here, and I'm going to be decorating an Ogio tank top. This tank top is 100% polyester, and our Hi-Vis Color Reflect adheres perfectly on there. All right, so before I apply my transfer, of course, I want to do a quick preheat. All right, so that'll just be a 5-second preheat just to release any moisture or wrinkles in the fabric. And then I can go ahead and place my transfer down, okay? So I want to go a couple inches from the collar. It's usually about 3 fingers down. And I want to cover with my cover sheet, all right? My cover sheet is going to protect anything from the upper platen getting to that transfer or onto the shirt. All right, so this applies for 20 seconds. And is a cold peel, so I'm going to wait for that to cool whenever I go to peel away the carrier. And just a general rule of thumb, whenever I am waiting for this to cool, I'll usually put this on a cold surface. All right, so I'm just going to use the wall beside me to cool down that transfer faster. Doesn't need to be completely cold, just a little cool to touch, and then I can go ahead and peel this back. All right, so this is the black that I'm using. You can see that it gives a nice tone-on-tone look with this tank top and has a nice reflective to it. Okay, and whenever you are working with this product, I urge you to shine a light on it so that you can see how bright and reflective it is. We do have some pictures of a flash actually hitting it, and we can share those. All right, the next application that we're doing is a zip-up jacket. I'm just going to be using the same 11 by 15 platen because these seams here are thin enough that they're not going to cause me to have uneven pressure. But you'll notice that I'm decorating the middle of this back placement here because this is the part of the back that I want to be seen whenever someone's running on the road. All right, so I'll drop it a little lower so that the hood doesn't cover that up. usually about 6 inches from the seam is a little bit of a rule of thumb there. Right, before I do that, preheat before I forget. All right, and if I was worried about those seams there, the only thing I would have to do is put a pillow in there so that it raises the area that I'm putting my transfer. But since these are a nice thin seam, I can go ahead and just place this down. This is also another Ogio garment that I'm using. Ogio is a really nice brand. They have an active wear line. So if you're looking for blank apparel to use our Hi-Vis Color Reflect, you can choose Ogio, and that is sold through Sanmar. Sanmar offers a wide variety of athletic apparel there. Sport Tech is another blank apparel brand that they sell, and it's all 100% polyester. The key whenever using higher end reflective materials such as the Hi-Vis is to use higher end retail garments. All right, so Ogio is a higher end garment, and I'm able to increase the profitability of this jacket by using a product that has good quality to it and a high perceived value, which Hi-Vis Color Reflect does. All right, so I'm just going to place this against the wall to get it to cool down a little bit. All right, it's cool to touch, so I can go ahead and peel that back. I don't have to worry about this material kind of moving around or anything, or stretching or distorting whenever I'm moving this carrier back. So as soon as I peel that back, I don't have to worry about any distortion in my transfer, which is a key thing whenever you are doing production. All right, so if you're doing a lot of these shirts, you don't have to worry whenever you're ripping that carrier off quick about it distorting or anything. Okay, all right. So our next application is going to be a pair of leggings, and we're going to press the calf of that. So I need to remove my 11 by 15 platen and replace it with my leg and sleeve platen. The leg and sleeve platen is a 6 by 20, so I have 20 inches in length to work with if I decide that I want my design to go up the full length of my legging, or I can just print the half of that. So I have all of this dimension to work with, and then I also have 6 inches in width to work with. All right, so I want to make sure that I'm on the back of my leg here. So this is my Sport Tech legging. Again, that's that brand I mentioned as being a nice active wear line from Sanmar. All right, so I'm going to start about here and work my way up the calf. All right, so I just want to make sure I'm placing it on the outer edge so that it's not on the inner side of my legging here. All right, so apply this for its recommended application. I forgot to preheat, but there's no sense in going back at this point just for the demonstration, so I'll move over to my 20-second application. You'll notice that this says Hi-Vis Color Reflect on the screen here. You're able to do that with the new Fusion IQs by adding in a material just by going to the home button and clicking the plus sign, and it will let you add a new material. So this one isn't already in our computer system for the Fusion IQ, so all you have to do is go in and add it. Our application instructions are online, so all you have to do is look at that in order to add it. All right. That was a simple application. I didn't wait too long to cool that. You'll notice it did fine, but you'll notice a little bit of distortion in there. I'm going to hold that up to the GoPro cam. All right, so it distorted it a little bit because I did peel it too hot. You can see that it's kind of bumping up here in some of the letters there. So just keep in mind to do a cold peel so that you don't get that distortion in there. Okay, you can see how brightly that shines just from the studio lights, and just imagine how bright that will shine whenever car lights or the flash of a camera will hit that. Right, so if you are going to start working with this product and you want to start marketing it to your customers, one good way to do that is to take a picture of it without a flash, and then side by side do it with the flash so they can see that reflectivity on there. I tested it with my friends just to see their reaction to it because it was whenever we were working with it, it wasn't yet launched, and we just wanted to see some people's reactions, and they were just wowed by how it looked like one color, and then as soon as a bright light hit it right next to it, it was a completely different color. Now you could see the color a little bit on the outer edges, which I sort of call a glow, because whenever you hit that with a bright light, it tends to glow a little bit, and you can see some of the color there. All right, so I just want to show you back here this tank top that was applied. So piping and striping is a good way to apply reflective material. So if I wanted to do a regular heat transfer vinyl as a full front or a center chest, I'm able to do that and then increase the value of the product that I'm selling by adding reflective on the sides. So keep that in mind. You have different design areas in which you can use your reflective heat transfer vinyl. So that is the regular blue that we used on that tank top, and then we used the yellow on this navy. So also consider the color of blanks that you're applying this to. You'll notice that this is a tone-on-tone print, but that blue still shines very bright. And adding yellow to a darker color shirt is going to make it pop even more, even though it can be a muted color. All right, so Brandy asks, where can we find the tank used for this? You can get them from Sanmar. The same style of tank that I applied at the heat press is the same here. It's an Ogio Endurance brand, and you can get that from Sanmar. Right, Timothy asks, where can I get those colored rolls hanging in the wall? That's a common question we get anytime that we're live, but these were just made by rolling up our heat transfer vinyl and putting them in little clips. All right, so these actually pop out. All right, so we just cut off samples of our heat transfer vinyl and then just clipped them into clips that are glued or taped down onto a piece of cardboard. All right, so that kudos to our marketing team for doing that and our merchandising team. All right, do we have any other questions, Taylor? That's it? Okay, awesome. All right, well, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and type them in now. Linda asks, does it come in black also? It does. And can you cut detail? Yes, it does have a nice tacky backing, so you're able to get very fine detail even as low as like ½ an inch. So keep that in mind if you're doing small logos for your sleeves or even tags in the back, that you can get very fine detail there. All right. And it is available, so you can go on our website under the CAD Cut Material Vinyl and Twill tab, and it'll come up as Hi-Vis Color Reflect. All of the cutting specs are in there so that you can start cutting on your vinyl cutter. If you do not have a vinyl cutter, it is available in custom, so you can send us your artwork on it, and we'll send it to you already cut so that you can heat apply it. All right, thank you guys so much for joining in. I will be sure to answer any questions after the live broadcast. See you next week on The Morning Show.